Their debut album has already collected a Brit Award, and accolades from critics are piling up as Blake bridged the gap between classical and pop music. And they're with us now. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning,
Thank you for your time.
Lovely to have you in. You've got a remarkable history, some of you. Can I start with you, Ollie?
Yeah.
I've read about you that you nearly drowned in the Nile, you crashed a plane, and you robbed a bank.
Oh, right, okay, that's not quite right. I like that, it's very romantic.
Can we start with the nearly drowning in the Nile bit?
Well, I was rafting in Uganda, off Kampala in the Nile, and just got turned over and caught in a back eddy in a rapid for quite a long time. It was quite scary.
That's a frightening experience.
It was frightening, actually, yeah.
And especially when you know in Uganda, really the nearest help is an awful long way
Well, the
away.
next help is probably a crocodile, and that's also quite scary.
Or a hippo a bit further down.
Yeah, exactly.
And you went to school with Kate Middleton, is that right?
I did, yeah, briefly. Yeah.
What's she like?
And she's a lovely girl, actually. Very down to earth. Very
You're not
sweet,
gonna-
but it's a long time ago now.
You're not going to tell his stories, are you?
No, probably not.
Dom, I've got some information about you too. You tried to get into Oxford to study theology.
Yeah, I did. I got awarded a choral scholarship when I left school. And
Sorry?
A choral scholarship when I left school.
Singing.
That's what we do. But I hadn't decided what subject I was going to read, and someone said do theology because it's the easiest subject and you'll get in. I'd never done theology. And so I turned up at Oxford, and I don't think I helped myself when I went for my academic interview, and I quoted The Vicar of Dibley, which is a TV sitcom we have in the UK.
Which is hilarious. I would have thought that was fine for.
They didn't see the funny side of it, so they took my scholarship away and then didn't give me a place.
They withdrew your scholarship?
They did. But I wouldn't be here now. If I'd gone to Oxford, I'd probably be a priest now.
Yeah.
Oh, look out, because you really would have got into it. And Jules, we should talk about all these connections, because you actually did go to school with Prince William, didn't you?
University, yeah.
University with him?
Yeah, Will and Kate both went to St Andrews, and actually I lived next door to him for 2 years.
So all of those pranks we hear about, they actually happened? All of those hilarious university pranks?
Yeah.
So you still call them on the future king?
Part of them.
We had a very kind of tight group of friends, and a wonderful 4 years at university, and Kate and Will are both very, very cool people.
Right. And Stephen, you've done nothing.
I've done nothing. I don't know any royalty whatsoever. No, I love royalty, but I just don't know any person.
But
You're the one who goes nude in public.
The nude in public?
No, I'm just making that up.
Oh,
I'm
right,
trying
okay.
to create...
Just on Saturday. I've never said that.
Does it surprise you, was it any of your plans to come together as a group such as Blake?
Not really. I think when Ollie and Jules came up with the idea initially, I think it was just an idea to put some singers together to earn a bit of money, earn a bit of cash on the side, singing at some weddings or funerals or bar mitzvahs or anything like that. None of us expected that a year later we would have recorded the album, released it, went to #1, and then won the Brit Award. It was kind of exceeded our expectations, and now here we are in Oz.
When you're putting a group together like yours, what do you look for? You obviously look for voices.
It's the mixture of voices. Yeah. We're all baritones, different types of baritones, tenor baritone, bass baritone, middle baritones, but the voices are quite close. So you have to get a really tight-knit feel between all of the different voices. And when we had our first rehearsal together, we'd never sung together before. And there was this, it immediately clicked. Yeah. And that's when we knew we should be doing something together, because it's very rare that musicians and singers have that click.
So given, sorry to interrupt, given you're all baritone of a certain pitch, how do you know, is it natural to you to know which part you're going to sing when you're trying a new song?
Yes, essentially there is a sort of scale in terms of timbre and pitch. I mean, I'm the highest because I've got the highest range, and he's the lowest because he's got the lowest range, and these two can do pretty much whatever they like in the middle.
With a ham in the sandwich.
A tasty filling, as you say. Oh, shut up. All right, I'm going to ask a question now. So when you get all of those mix of voices together, what if you actually get together and go, well, he's a great bloke, but he's a tosser?
Well, that can happen too.
Who was booted out is what I'm getting at.
We were incredibly lucky. I mean, we met up, we sang together once. 48 hours later, we had a record deal with the biggest record company in the world.
That is true, isn't it?
And we were also incredibly lucky that we get on really well. We have the same kind of sense of humour, I think, and that's really important because we spend a hell of a lot of time together.
Monty Python gets us.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe I could be the fit.
We were just quoting Monty the Holy Grail in the Green Room before coming on.
Otherwise it's just a nightmare. I think if you spend a lot of time with people you don't like, it's just, you're not going to be very happy.
want to quickly get back to the voice thing. The sound is totally dependent on where you slot in. Can you give us an example of your harmony here and now? Okay,
Yes, sing a little bit.
Do you need to
We'll give you a little bit of an acapella.
Stephen's reaching for the pocket.
It's actually it's very clever. We used to have to do it by tuning forks.
It's just a pitch.
I've got a piano on it.
So I would choose to be with you. That's if the choice were mine to make. But you can make decisions too. And you can have this heart to break.